Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Moneyball series with Paris FC. It is going very, very well. As you can see, we are currently second in the league, only 3 points behind Paris Saint-Germain. It's gone very, very well. We're going to be almost definitely in the Champions League next year, I would have thought. And I'm sort of coming back right now just to mention that I did say we'd come back in the middle of January, and then we do like a bit of a sort of Moneyball transfer special kind of thing, right? Now, the problem is I've got absolutely no money to spend whatsoever, no transfer budget, no wage budget at all. So it's actually going to be completely pointless because I'm not going to be buying anybody. But I brought you back anyway because there's two things that could happen. One, I could sell a player or two, and if I do, then I'll have money. Then we can show you the transfer process of the players that we bring in. Or two, there has been rumours in my inbox of a potential ownership change, somebody trying to purchase the club. And in that case, if it was to give me more money to spend, I would bring that to you as well. But as of right this second, nothing's happening, which will mean that we'll come back at the end of January. So we'll come back for the Lyon and Le Havre game. We'll do those two games. Actually, we'll do three. We'll do Lyon, Le Havre, and the Rennes game. Rennes. I'm getting given different information on how to pronounce these names. So we're going to come back for these three games right here. And we'll do 3 games in today's episode if there are no transfers. So there are some transfers and there's some other stuff we'll probably do just the 2. But in any case, we'll see what happens. I've had a couple of emails. I've had a couple of emails in the inbox about the takeover already. So it could be that on the 3rd or 4th time that it's actually going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. But the club ownership, it does say that he still loves the club and stuff, right? Oh no, it's now changed. It now says in the process of a board takeover. There you go. So we've had that change. That's going to be interesting. The one that it said was about floating the club on the stock market, and they'd invest like 18 million or something to the club. But that wasn't necessarily transfer money. That was just money into the club. I mean, even if they got like the bank balance up a bit, even if they invested like 10 million into the bank balance, so we ended the season in a profit or in the plus, that would be fine. Like I mentioned many, many times before, these two numbers are false. It is not factoring in the fact that we're going to be in the Champions League, so we're fine there. But yeah, okay, so I'll see you potentially in a few weeks or a few days, depending on what happens. In terms of players out, Guga's going to get transfer listed and let go, but even if he goes, like, that's going to be, the wage budget will go back to where it is, to 0, and I might get 800 grand for him, so it's unlikely I'll buy anybody if it's just Guga that goes, but we'll see. And another reason why I'm so happy for this board to bloody go, they've just blocked the Guga transfer yet again. Get the new owners in, sack the boards, come on. Oh, and they've also offered us a new contract, which is really nice of them, isn't it? So we'll accept that, thank you very much. 3 more years on 7.75 grand a week. And welcome back, everybody. So there was no takeover. I did sell a couple of players who managed to get out Guga, Marvin Ego, and Gabriel here, which is nice. Like an extra million into the club. All of Guga's transfer is in installments, and none of it is up front, which is good, really. The takeover has been quashed, apparently, but that'll probably go through quite soon, I would have thought. And we also managed to win the games off camera. So yeah, in terms of off camera, I've not really updated you properly on that. That's a lot of wins in a row, isn't it? We played really, really well for the most part. I mean, the 2 strikers are very, very good. They're consistently scoring. Mires is still looking really good on paper. He scored 12 goals, to be fair to him, to Mires, and he's actually worth like 8 million, or he was. I tried to offer him out for like 5 million, but nobody wanted him. So hopefully at the end of the season, we can make a nice little profit on him, considering he was a free transfer, don't forget. So Mires could be a really nice little signing for us that we get good production out of him for the first year he's with us, and then we sell him on for a massive profit. That's exactly what we're looking to do. We did buy him for his stats, but then we do get a nice bit of resale value there as well. The back three have been very good. I would say that our defensive display has been very good. Like, we've conceded 18 goals this season. That's the second best defensive record in the league, and that's really good for the kind of team that we are. We've also scored 51, which is going to be more than PSG if we score in our game in hand. We've done about as well as we could have hoped for, and we're not going to be in a top race this year. PSG is still going to be a bit too good. Our hope with PSG is when they start to lose Messi, Neymar, and they start to go on the decline, that when they buy players to replace them, they make poor transfers, and they bring in a manager that doesn't necessarily have the best tactic for them. That's our best hope to win the title early in the series. That would be our best hope. Likely to be next season, season after, if we're lucky, but we're still too far off financially, I think. But there you go. So we're going to play Lyon, Le Havre, and Rennes in this episode. We're going to get into these 3 games, and then we can see where we're at, because it's going to put us in an interesting position. Like, it'll put us in a position where, if we win all 3 games in today's episode, we could go into that PSG game in the Paris Derby, knowing that if we win, we go top of the league. Like, that's crazy. Now, I don't think we're going to sustain the title race and challenge, because once we lose 1, 2, or even 3 first-team players, we always drop points. Like, every time we've dropped points so far, I think, in the league, has been when I've lost 1 or 2 players to injury in the starting 11. So we're very starting 11 strong, but not much beyond that. So, like, in today's episode, we're going to start off the first game without Correa, and Nunes is going to play. But then after that, everybody's back, and we'll see how we go. The only thing that has actually disappointed me to this point is that Farrarese has been absolutely brilliant for us. He's been one of our best players, probably one of the best central defenders in the entirety of Europe. Yet his valuation's not moved. Like, it's getting to the point where me selling him and cashing in on him is pointless because I couldn't replace him for somebody with a similar amount of money, I don't think, or the same exactly. And that's not much. And there's not much point really me doing that until he's like, I don't know, old, but he's not. Contract expires in 2027. He might get a new one from us. Really good player, Farrarese. Probably the best value for money signing so far, considering it was 1.8 million. And I think it would cost me about 5 million to get somebody as good as him, maybe 4. But the other centre-backs have all been good. Christensen and Jensen are on that sort of bracket. All three of those are very, very good, but he's the cheapest, Farrarese. But he's definitely up there with being one of the best value for money signings so far. But that's going to be your team. Let's get into the game and see how we get on our first game against Lyon at home, which is going to be a tough one. Okay, then the assistant manager says, if you carry on with your performance from the last match into this one, you'll do well, okay? Lyon are going to play a 4-3-3 single pivot. See, I think we can beat that team. I think we should be beating this team, really, especially at home. Hala here, Christensen has it, takes a turn on the ball, plays out to Mensah. Plays a terrible pass, actually gives it away. Wins it back, though. Who's it going to be for this highlight, do we reckon? Lyon are going to play across the back. They're going behind early. They've got a chance to make it their highlight. Probably is going to be theirs now. It's going to come into the box. It's headed towards goal, and it's a goal. It's 1-0 to Lyon. Hala here, swept into the far post from them. It's headed away. It's going to be a second highlight for Lyon. It could be played across. Dembele again. It's going to be 2. That is not a good start for Paris FC at all. Highlight for Lyon. Whipped into the far post, headed towards goal. Come on, lads, wake up. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card highlight. I mean, I went to very attacking to try and get back into the game, and that's probably ended the game for us. We'll say show me something else in the second half, and I'll probably take off the Costa and put on De Urso. Yeah, we'll do that. Highlight for Lyon. Nunes is on a 6.0 on a yellow card. He's been absolutely awful. He's about to come off, and Nehal is going to go in now, like third choice wing back, and we'll just rest our first choice wing back. He's giving the ball away. Nunes, get out of the squad, mate. You're going to be done after this game. I think if I have to put somebody at wing back again, it's going to be Nehal next time. This has been awful from him. Hala here. And die to Prika. It's gone up in the air. Kaufman gets to it. It's going to come out to Christensen. Headed away. We're going to get to this now, surely. De Urso takes deflection. If we can get one, we've still got a chance here. Still, oh, lads. What is it with the wing backs in this game? Oh, they're in. Dembele's through. Scores. Oh, no, he doesn't. Misses. Okay, hala here. Lyon have it. Deep in their own third. They're going to trample out from the back. They switch it across to Gusto. Gusto takes some touches. Tries to get under control. They cut inside. They're going to get an attack here. Is it going to be their chance? It looks like it. Way over. Lyon set piece slid down the side. Hadjam's going to get to this. He's got to surely play it early. Come on, Mires. Play it in. Play it in now. You've got 2 players over here. Play it. What are you doing, Mires? Oh, my God. We've been terrible in this game. Mires, get off the ball. You shouldn't yourself be useless. Get off it. There you go. Talby's got it. Travels at the defence. Plays it back to Hadjam. Prika, I think, is offside. Misses it anyway. Lyon's free kick. They slide it behind. We're going to get to it first with Talby. Plays it to Nuruddin. To Talby. Plays out to Hadjam. He's got options ahead of him. Tries to play it up to Prika. Doesn't quite get there. It's going to be Lyon's chance. You'd think now maybe. Nope. Maybe ours. Here we go. De Urso plays a terrible pass in. We've been so poor in this game. This has been disappointing. It's our worst game in ages, I can remember. There's been a couple of wins we've had where we've gone a goal down, had to really recover well to get the result, but this has been really bad. And there you have it. It's going to finish 2-0 to Lyon. Really disappointing. I think I'll say unlucky. It's been our first defeat in ages, right? So I can't be too hard on the players, but that was a game where we had almost everybody fully fit. One injury, that was it. And everybody's condition was good. We had a lot of rest between the matches, so there was no real excuse for that. And we're at home. There was no excuse to play that poorly, so that's a shame. But I'll see you in a few days then for the half game. Okay, going into game 2 then, we have got pretty much the same team, but it's going to be Nunes out suspended, so Correa comes back in. That's nice and easy. But then we've got Samuel out suspended as well, so Lundberg is going to play CDM for us in this game against Le Havre. I mean, we're still comfortably second right now, but obviously I think the title's looking less and less likely. It was anyway, but I mean, the big thing for us this year... Oh, pink kit, here we go. Assistant manager says, expect better. Yeah, the big thing for us is just getting in top 4 right. That's all we need to worry about this year. Get ourselves in the Champions League football. Provide us with a good transfer budget, if not for next year, then the year after, when we get 2 years in a row in the Champions League. And see what happens with this takeover. It looks like it's going to happen. A takeover of some sort. It just depends what kind of takeover we get. I don't think it's going to be a tycoon, because it would have said it by now, I think. But Lahav here anyway with the highlight. They're going to start off with the ball on the right-hand side. I feel like we're playing better already. Just some of the movements and the pressing we're doing from the forwards. I feel like we're in business here. Can we win it? Force it long. Win it and get to the seconds. Oh, bringing that down. Oh, what are you doing, Christensen? Could have brought that down. Oh, we got lucky with that. Farrazy. Travels with it. Plays it into Mensa, into Costa. He's got options. He's going to shoot himself. It's 1-0 to Paris FC, and the pink kit's doing it again for us. Corner to Costa. Near post, Farrazy. Oh, it's Calamitous, and it's in. It's turned in. Thomas Christensen gets the goal. It's 2-0 to Paris FC from a set piece, and the pink kit is going to do it again. Okay, so highlight here. We win the ball deep in our... Well, actually, it's the middle of the pitch, really. He's gone in behind to Prika. He's going to get to it. Oh, he brings it down. Left-footed player tries to slide it inside. Doesn't quite get there. Oh, we're going to get to this, though. Mentz has it. Plays across in. Prika with a header. It's 3. It's 3-0 to Paris FC. It's unbelievable, and that is game over, surely. Mensa throws it back to Farrazy. He's going to try and play this across the pitch to somebody, I think. Oh, no, he's cut it back to Mensa. Nice little disguise on it. Oh, Mensa, what is that nonsense? Christensen to Lundberg. Lundberg whacks it into Kaufman. He's probably offside, but it's headed away. We're going to try again. We're a little bit direct here. It's getting a bit scrappy. Farrazy plays it across to Christensen. Christensen, terrible again. And Ndai takes some touches, shoots from distance, or just over. Okay, we'll say, keep going. To Costa with the corner. Near post, Christensen. Farrazy, close. They get through and they're going to try and progress up the pitch on their left-hand side, our right. So we go back to the keeper and we turn it into potentially attack for ourselves. Hadjam has it. I just made a load of subs, incidentally. Brought a load of key players off, really, give them a bit of a rest because the game's over. Hadjam still plays it across to Urso, who's just come on, scores 4-0. They must be going down. They are terrible to have. I think, again, the same as the European game earlier in the season. We're just going to skip through to the end of the game because this is going to be an anything scoreline. And, yeah, I'll see you at the end of the game. We'll see what the score ends up being. And they have it. Finishes 5-0 to Paris FC. Just missed another goal there from Kaufman, who adds another goal to his tally. That puts Kaufman on to 11, Prika's on 12, and Mirez is still on 12. So the striker's doing a lot of the goal scoring here. And the centre-backs actually have scored a few between them. They've actually scored quite a few second phase set pieces, like a second phase corner or a second phase free kick. So not necessarily directly from the set piece, but after the fact sort of thing. And 10 assists there for Da Costa, which is nice. Okay, I'll see you in a few days for the last game of the episode. Okay, then game 3. It's going to be exactly the same team because Samuel is still suspended, so let's get into it. Assistant manager says, pick up where he left off. Okay, so they're playing a 4-3-3 single pivot. And by the way, Le Havre weren't in the relegation zone. They're like mid-table, which I can't believe after watching the last game. But there we are. It's an early highlight for opposition as they go in behind. Christensen gets to it, plays it to the goalkeeper. Are we going to split and play it across the back? We are not going to go long into Kaufman, who wins it though, for once. And Ndai to Mensa. Mensa goes wide, whacks it into the far post. Prika heads it, headed away. Where's the highlight going to conclude to? Prika's got to win that, does. Good. Prika goes through his left foot, plays it across to Kaufman. Is it a penalty? Yes, it is. Kaufman with the penalty. Is he going to score it? He does. 1-0. And it's the highlight straight after the penalty's gone in. So they're going to play out from the back and maybe get a highlight here that goes on a chance. Or we're going to get another one straight away. Kaufman goes straight in behind here. He's got options with him. It's got to be our highlight. Kaufman goes through. Is he going to finish it? Felt like it was too good to be true. Okay, they've got a ball in behind. The keeper's going to collect it. Now, what is he going to do with it? He can roll it to anybody he wants. It goes on the centre of the pitch. Mensa's got 2 options on the left-hand side. Uses Da Costa, who's really good, by the way. I love Da Costa. Really effective number 10. Kaufman doesn't quite get there. Da Costa into Prika. What a ball that was. And he's been robbed of an assist by Prika there. Prika should have scored that. Okay, half time. We'll see things are going well. Highlight here, and Ndai plays it direct into Kaufman's going to get there. Gets tackled, loses it. They could be springing us on the counter here. At least he goes through. He gets tackled. They still have the ball. It's going to be a chance for them, surely. Oh, my goodness, what a goal. 1-1. Highlight for Rennes here. Raum's going to take a free kick. Goes in. Terry again. That was nearly 2. Corner for us. Da Costa. He's going to take it. Whacks it in towards the middle. Headed towards goal, just over the bar. Going to take off Mentz and throw on Hadjam. We're getting a lot of Jordan on that left-hand side with Pereira getting free. I want somebody who's a bit more effective with the ball because Mentz has had a pretty indifferent game in possession there. It's going to be a free kick to them. They're going to go along with it. It's going to be headed away. It's going to be brought down. They played in behind, though. Terrier's in 1v1. It's been blocked. Good defending again. That's what that middle centre-back is good for. Okay, Prika is going to come off. We're going to put Mirez on and move him to the left striker. And then Clement's going to come on for Lundberg at left CDM. Throw in Hadjam into Mirez. Mirez into Clement. To Ferrarese. He's going to look for somebody in the middle. Clement gets it back to the keeper. Right centre-back then. Okay, no, left centre-back. Ferrarese gets it back. He's the left side of number 10 there. Oh, he was open twice, Ferrarese. Goes for a big switch to Correa. Whacks it in. It's headed away. It's brought down. Hadjam gets to it. What's he going to do with it? Plays a pass into Costa. Gets through. It's got to be a goal. Hadjam, unlucky, mate. That's what we were brought on for. Made at least an impact there. Farid's going to come off and Tabi's going to go left centre-back there. Okay, late highlight. Hadjam throws it into... What are you time wasting for? We need a goal, Hadjam. Come on, we want to win this game. Goes into Kaufman, into Mirez. Mirez has options. Plays it across to Correa. Back into the Costa. Surely he's got to score. He's hit it first time for no reason. That is going to be the end of the highlight. Okay, Nuruddin gets it. Plays it to Talbi. We're going to build it from the back here. Talbi. He's got options left. Use Hadjam. Hadjam's got 2 options. There it is. Lovely little slide pass into the half space. What we're trying to design. Mirez. That was a perfect Paris FC Moneyball goal. There it was. Left-hand side cam into a striker. And a goal. 2-1. Come on, boys. Yeah, you get the overload right. You got the left striker on the left cam. So you get that half space run. That's it. You draw the fullback out. Slide him in. The midfielder can't track the Costa in time. Plays it through. What a goal. And they have it. Finishes 2-1 to Paris FC. Also, that was special, lads. Well done. Okay, that's not good. Tabi's out for 2 to 3 months. And the reason why that's such a big deal is whenever one of the back three is out, he goes in, and it doesn't really feel like we lose too much out of it. But now it's not going to be the case, and there's going to be quite a big drop when we lose a centre-back. But if top 4 is our aim this year, we should be comfortable enough there. You know, we're looking at a 15-point gap right this second, which is looking pretty good. Yeah, so that is your state of play. So we are currently 15 points clear of 5th place, which is really good, obviously. We've scored 58 goals in 23 games. That's really impressive from an in-possession perspective. And only 21 goals against, which is really, really good as well. To be the second best defensive team, or joint second best, along with, I think that's Leon there, who have got 21 conceded as well. That's really, really good. We're looking... I think we've taken a really good leap and a really good step forwards in this season. And the only thing remaining to see is, 1, can we definitely confirm top 4, which we should be able to? And 2, what happens with the takeover? That's the 2 big things to look out for the rest of the season. And yeah, I think just in case Paris Saint-Germain slip up somewhere and we do go into that game for the title, we're going to come back for the Paris Saint-Germain game. We'll come back for the PSG game and we'll play Montpellier away in the next episode. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Maybe do the Troyes game as well. Maybe we do all 3. And then after that, it'll be the last 3 games of the season to conclude. If there's the title as a long shot, it's still in play maybe. But in any case, it'll definitely be PSG in the next episode in the Paris Derby. That's going to do it. That's going to conclude our episode. We'll come back and see how we do for the rest of the season. We've sort of skipped through the season pretty quickly this time round mainly because we're out of Europe and we're out of the domestic cup quite early on. So there wasn't much else to come back for, and there wasn't really much for us to do in January. So this season's going to be quite a quick one. Now, one thing that's really important, I'll probably make a chapter for this specifically so that everybody can see the section. Right, it's coming up to the time where we're going to potentially do an attribute reveal, right? And it seemed to be down to sort of 2 ways people wanted it done, either every 3 years or every time we sell a player. So I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter around the time I've recorded this episode. Maybe not when it comes out. The poll probably will come out before. But do let me know in the comment section how you want the attributes to be revealed. Do we want to do an attribute reveal ever? Do we want to do it every 3 years, every 5 years? Do we want to do it every time we sell a player? So once we've sold them, we can see how good they are. How do you want us to deal with the attribute reveal if we do one at all? Which I think most people want to see one in some form. It's just how is it done, right? So yeah, please let me know. Please let me know your thoughts. It doesn't matter how much is contrary to everybody else's opinion. I want to see what everybody else thinks. I have my own thoughts, but I'm not going to say too much right this second. I've said a little bit in earlier episodes, but do let me know what you think, because the end of this season is going to be when it happens, right? Potentially for the first one anyway. So do let me know what you think. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at the responses, and I'll make a decision about how I'm going to go about it. In any case, whatever happens in the summer, or maybe quite soon actually, I will start to do some more streaming on Twitch. And that'll be a Moneyball save. And in that Moneyball save, we won't show any attributes ever. That'll be a completely non-attribute save. So if that is your kind of thing, and we don't go down that route for this one in particular on YouTube, do feel free to come across to that one, because in that one, we don't do attributes ever until right at the end of the save. And then we go back through each year to see how good the players really were. So just a little side note there for me. But thank you everybody for watching this series. I appreciate all of the support. Every time you leave a comment, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitter, whatever it is, I really do appreciate it. I genuinely do. It means a lot to be able to see the feedback from everybody and see everybody's thoughts on the series. So I really appreciate it every single time you take the time to comment, whatever it is. I really appreciate it. I just want you to know that. But big thank you from me, and I'll see you all next time.